Welcome back to Nightly Nonsense. Hopefully, this is wrapping up this week of Nightly Nonsense as we've been talking about fatherhood. Same topic, different slant every single night. Really just trying to get you to understand this whole fatherhood thing. Let's put it all together and wrap this up, right? Fatherhood it's important, right? God doesn't make mistakes. God gave you the father that he wanted you to have. Right? The truth in the matter is the best question, the most important question that you needed to answer this week is who's your daddy, right? Because fatherhood is completely dependent upon that question. Right? If you want a good father, then you need to be encouraging your father to answer the question to who's your daddy to be God. Right? You want a good father, you should be encouraging your father to be the best, right? Christ-like follower he could possibly be. You want to see through the facade of being Christ-like here and there, and you want him to be a Christ follower. Pick up your cross, follow me, right? Leave everything else behind and follow me, because the best fathers are going to be the ones that are following their creator. They're being who they were created to be. It wasn't by mistake that you were given the father that you have. God has gifted and talented him, right, to do all the things that you're going to need. You should be encouraging that. In order for him to be the best father, though, you need to be the best child. You need to be the best mother, right? You need to be the best friend that you can be. So it all depends upon Christ following, right? That the more that your father follows Christ, the more all the rest of it is going to fall into place. He's going to be who you need him to be. But the less you encourage him, the more you point out that he's not a Christ follower, the more you point out how bad he is, well, listen, you're just going to beat somebody up. Again, you get to hold people accountable. You get to say hard truth. You get to say, hey, let's be like moving in this direction. But how you do that is important. So are you encouraging or discouraging? Right? That matters. That matters in a great way. Because your participation in someone else's fatherhood can make all the difference in the world. Right? So we're praying about that. We're praying that people will want to be Christ followers. That they're going to be Christ-like, genuinely. Not just get it right here and there. We're going to encourage a lifestyle of fathering, not just moments. You know, most people really, they don't care what you do in between. I just want in these moments for you to be a good father. Be a good father when I need you in these moments. But you should be encouraging your father to be fathering all the time. So what he does in the off moments matters. What he's thinking about, what he's saying, where he is, the people that he's hanging out with, all that stuff matters. But see, we somehow want good fatherhood without investing in all of that stuff. We just think that if we just keep pointing out that you're a bad father, that eventually you're going to get it. No, you've got to change. Change the ingredients. You're going to get a different product. For some people, that's just a little tiny change. For some people, that's all the ingredients have to be changed. But if you want something to be different, you probably have to change. Or you have to be willing to help the change. So don't walk around just pointing out how people have it wrong. Help them get it right. Listen, good fathering, the best fathering that I know, is absolutely supported by an incredible foundation of good childing, good mothering, good friending, good Christ following. Surrounding your men, right, with those things is going to give the best chance for Christ-like fathering. Not just pointing out how we got it wrong, not giving me all the stats. Why do you want to fill men's heads with stats that say 50% of men get it wrong? Why do you want to fill that stat? Why do you want to keep pointing out all the getting it wrong? Because if 50% of men get it wrong, then 50% of men get it right. Why are you not focusing on that? what you say about fathering, how you encourage people. That's important. And by the way, if you've had a bad fathering experience, you should be wanting other people to have a good fathering experience. That doesn't happen by pointing out that you've had a bad fathering experience. That happens by pointing out good fathering experiences. Find them. There's no excuse for being a bad father. You don't get to say, I had a bad father, so I'm going to be a bad father. No. Jesus ended all of that at the cross. You don't have to be under that. But we need to look at fatherhood different. So my prayer is that this week you've taken the very similar challenges every night and you're just looking at how you view things. What are you saying? Are you doing the parts you need to do? This is not just a fatherhood thing. This is across the board. Pointing out that your boss is a bad boss all the time. Good bosses, great bosses, have great employees. You could blame the employees for not being a great boss. Do your part, right? So let me appeal one more time. Moms, if you want good dads, it starts with who's your daddy? Are you submissive to God the Father? Are you doing the things you need to do to help your husband, your children's dad, be the best dad that he can be? And then are you looking to your children and saying, we need you to be the best children you can be so that we can have the best dad? The best dads equals the best moms and the best children. It's an equation. All three parts matter. So before you look at somebody else's part in the equation, look at yours. Right? If your variable is 0, you're not giving anything to it, you're not going to get the answer that you want on the other side. I know that there's a lot of people out there that buy the philosophy, if you do a better job, then I'll be better. It's a terrible philosophy, and it's not godlike, and it's not Christ-like. You are not going to be a better employee just because your boss is a better boss. Oh, it might look like that. You might benefit from a better boss, but that doesn't make you a better employee. You're going to be a better employee when you decide you want to be a better employee, and then you're going to make your boss better. Funny how people who have a different mindset, perspective about their boss, how all of a sudden he or she becomes a better person. They become a better boss because you become better. Right? God has intertwined all of this. It's a family unit. He understands how it works. All of it starts by answering the question, who's your daddy? Right? Who's yours? Not who's your husband's, not who's your wife's, not who's your children's, but who's yours? You answer that question, things will start changing for you. Hey, see you next week. Totally different topic. Some of you are going, phew, good, glad. I pray this has been convicting in nature. Please answer the question, who's your daddy? Right? Be honest. Answer that question. Your life just might change. See you next time. Nightly Nonsense.